how I've made 347K from Instagram as an online music coach. We are going to jump right into it. Disclaimer, there are no income claims here. I'm not telling you that if you watch this video, you could immediately go implement it and go make some money. I don't think that's legal. This is a free YouTube video. Free, okay? So I don't know who you are. I don't know what place you're in your life. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know anything about you, okay? So I have no clue if you watch this video could go do anything. Even if you take notes rigorously and you're an action taker. Like, I don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that. Now, I am going to quickly, before we dive into the meat and potatoes of this, I want to tell you my story just so you know that I know what I'm talking about, and that way you know you're not wasting your time. So I was a recording artist for 7 years. Then I learned how to produce my own music, sold beats, did mixing and mastering. Then I started a social media marketing agency for realtors. Only reason I did that, I just wanted to make some money for my music, and I was having trouble doing it with the music itself. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go learn marketing and business. And I started a social media marketing agency for realtors. Then I became a high ticket closer for a different guy who had another real estate agent social media agency, which was great. That was all about 2022. It was fun, learned a lot, definitely learned business, marketing, sales, high ticket advertising, operations, organizing, tracking numbers, business, things of that nature. But I was like, this is not what I'm passionate about. I want to do music. So then end of 2022, I started I started working with this coach, and he had a program called Fanbase Explosion. This was teaching recording artists how to market their music. So I was running ads, getting people to hit me up, wanting to hear my music. I would turn those fans into paying customers of my CDs. Then I hired that coach again to teach me how to build a high ticket coaching program. That coach who I hired to help me build the high ticket coaching program, it was the same coach for Fanbase Explosion. Shit did not work out. He didn't end up finishing his course, and like I kind of burned the bridge there. But by the end of 2022, my situation was I was about $25,000 in credit card debt, making $2,000 a month as a youth basketball coach. My wife was like, dude, I believe in you. She didn't say dude. My wife was like, I believe in you. You're great. I think you're going to make it with your business, but you need to get a job and make more money right now. So 2023, I ended up having 3 jobs. I was basketball training, doing social media for realtors, and working at a coffee shop called Rooted. First 6 months of 2023, I took like 9 days off total. I was just completely grinding, and I was sending about 50 cold DMs per day to grow my music coaching business. And I spent $15,000 on coaching programs that absolutely did not work. I definitely learned something from each one of those, but like they didn't work. Then I met my mentor, Jeremy Pogue, learned how to run Instagram ads the right way, built my music social funnel, scaled to 20K a month in 7 months. Then I met my mentor, Austin Medlin. Let me give the last name a shout out here, where he taught me sales, raised my prices to 5K, doubled my close percentage, doubled my business. Then I shut my music production coaching business down because the truth was I felt kind of lost. I felt lost, and I felt like I had more to offer people, and I felt like doing it in the music production coaching just like wasn't my full potential, but I didn't know what to do, to be honest with you. So I became a closer for an executive career coach in 2025. A lot of people don't know that. I did 132K cash collected in 60 days for that coach. I was doing sales and marketing consulting for that coach in that business. April 2025, I left that role and started Music Money Mastery. That's where I was helping music producers, expert musicians, and music coaches get premium clients, essentially. The messaging wasn't that specific, but I grew from 8K a month to 25K a month in 4 months, did about 125K cash collected from April to December. Nothing extremely like big numbers to brag about, but it was a brand new business after pivoting out of the music production one, being a closer, and then doing this. So in less than a year, did over 6 figures, which is pretty cool. So basically, here's the exact numbers. I don't want to like hide anything, because a lot of these guys, by the way, a lot of guys here who are talking about the 7 figures or whatever it is, a lot of them they might be telling the truth, but a lot of them are lying, and they're not talking about their profit margins, and they're just not telling the truth. Here's my truth. 2023, which was the year I started my rapid fire business, I did 77K cash collected. 2024 did 145K. And by the way, I'll even put this 102K in first 7 months. And then 2025 was 125K. So the total is 347K cash collected. These are my real numbers. Okay. My goal now, 100K a month. That's what we're going for here in 2026, my fault. So let's get into how I actually did this. So here's what we're going to talk about first. Let's talk content. Here's what you're doing. Okay. What you're doing is something like this. You're doing your competitive research. You're going on Instagram. You're finding creators in your space. And this is kind of some stuff I teach a little bit, but let me explain. You're doing competitive research. You're saving hooks that perform well. You're taking their scripts. You're modeling them for yours. You're filming. You're editing. You're posting. You're barely getting any views. 0 leads, 0 clients, and you spent hours doing it and got nothing out of it because, and here's the main thing, you're hoping that your content gets brand new people to see you, which is fucking insane. Not your fault that you think that. I thought that. I get why you think that. We're inundated with a ton of content all the time about content. We're inundated with content from content creators about content and content and content and content and content. It's just like, it's funny because, dude, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that there is a world where you can grow your business organically. There's a lot of people who do it. But the truth is, there are plenty of people. I just got off a coaching call. I was on a group call where I'm a client in a coaching program, and they brought on a guest speaker, and that guest speaker does over $700,000 cash collected, running traffic to a workshop, doesn't post content, is super lazy with content. It's like, I hate content. I like to do my podcast, but that's it. Like do you understand that? Like, they're not doing it organically. A lot of people don't do it organically. You can do it organically. Everything works, but it's fucking hard. And I didn't do it organically. I used ads. So here's where content plays a role for me. Okay? It nurtures people who already see me because I run ads to get people to see me. Okay? The ads run on autopilot and get me followers all the time. So my content barely gets any views, but makes me a lot of money. That's where content plays a role for me. Okay? Next thing you're probably doing is cold DMs. You're using hashtags to find bigger accounts and find possible clients. You're using hashtags or bigger accounts to find possible clients. You're liking and commenting a few of their posts, sending them a DM. The DM lands in their request, so barely anyone sees your message anyway. You're probably sending somewhere between 200 and 250 cold DMs a week. I know this because that's what I was doing. And you maybe take 2 to 4 sales calls a month and you close 0 or 1 of them for like a few $100s. That's probably what you're doing. How do I know? Because that's what I was doing. So if you're sending cold DMs, I know that's the world you're living in. And also, you're probably trying to manage that between your full-time job or your part-time jobs. So if you don't DM, you don't get leads. And the little bit of DMing that you get feels like a huge amount of work and you're not even getting much out of it. So here's where DMs play a role for me. Again, I have ads that bring me new followers on autopilot 24/7. Okay, so I don't need to go use hashtags or bigger accounts. People are coming to me. I just send DMs to those people. Okay? For scaling, I do have a virtual assistant who sends the initial message to followers and follows up with people who haven't responded. So like that first message of like, hey name, hope you're doing well, thanks for the follow, how's music going? Like that first message, I don't send that. I have a VA who does it, but all the responding, I do it. So it's me. Sometimes I'll send voice notes, but it's me doing the responding. I track my numbers religiously, which takes around 30 to 60 seconds a day. And I really wanted to highlight this because to this day, I still have clients in my program, Music Money Mastery, who don't track their numbers religiously. And it pisses me the fuck off. Yes, I use bad words. I hope that doesn't offend. It makes me really, really upset. And I am disappointed in my clients when they do it. And I'm disappointed. I don't like it. This is very harsh. I don't care. It's the truth. It takes 30 to 60 seconds. So when you're like, oh, sorry, I haven't been tracking. It's like, dude, why? It takes 30 seconds. I don't understand. It bothers me. So I track my numbers religiously. If you're not I'm not a numbers person. It takes 30 seconds. If you're not a numbers person, then business isn't for you. Quit. Or become a numbers person. It takes 30 seconds. Not that big a deal. Now I spend, and a lot of people have had objections. I get on sales calls and they have objections. I spend maybe 30 to 60 minutes a day in the DMs at most, spending 100 to 200 a day on ads. So I spend $100 to $200 a day on ads, and this is my amount of time. So let me like highlight these just so you like know. So I spend $100 to $200 a day, and I only need to spend 30 to 60 minutes a day in the DMs. So if you're spending less than 100 a day, which I know you will be when you join me, everybody does, you're probably going to spend 30 minutes a day tops. It's not that big a deal. So people who are like, how many DMs do I have to send? How many DMs do I have to send before I get a client? How long do I have to spend in the DM? It's like, not a lot. Not a lot of time. And I always quote my dad on this one. at least you ain't digging ditches in the hot sun. We are literally living in a world where you can build a 6-figure income pounding your thumbs on a phone and taking video calls on Zoom. I'm not even wearing real pants. I'm wearing sweats and I'm wearing slippers. Like, come on, bro. If you're not a numbers person and you can't spend this much time in the DMs, then like you should get off this video. I'm not for you. That's crazy. All right. The other thing, complex funnels. So here's what I mean by that. So here's what you're doing. What you're doing is you probably got a website that isn't optimized at all because you're not an expert marketer, which by the way, it's not your fault. I'm not either. I'm pretty good at marketing, but I'm not. I mean, I just hold myself to a higher standard. People that I think are experts at marketing, dude, there's people who spend decades and millions of dollars on ads and coaches just on copywriting. You and I haven't. So it makes sense that your website is not optimized. It shouldn't be. So you build your website or landing page. You send traffic to that landing page. You waste a bunch of money because you literally don't get anyone to book a call. You're probably spending less than $100 a day, which means within a month you spend way less than $1,000. And then you make decisions based on the data you've gotten, but in reality, you've barely gotten enough data to wipe your tushy. Like you have no data. And it's like, well, I've spent, oh man, bro. Like this is one of the funniest things I hear. When people are like, yeah, I've run ads before. How much money have you spent? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Well, can you give me a number? Like how much did you spend last month? Couple hundred what? Couple $100 on like, how much is that? I don't know. Like probably between $200 and $300. I'm like, oh, cool. $200 a day? No, like total. Oh, okay. Got it. You spent $200 total in the entire month last month. Yes. Cool. You have no data. Like whatever, like you can't even make a decision. Like that's literally like if you came to me and you said, I can't get in shape. And I go, how long have you been working out? Like how often did you work out last month? Twice. Oh, twice a day? No, twice a week. Oh, you only work out 2 times a week? Yeah. That's probably why you're not in shape. Like you probably didn't work out enough. Also, you don't have data. That'd be like if you said working out doesn't work for me. Exercise doesn't work for me. And then you tell me you only work out twice a week. It's like, what? Or like, I've tried every diet. Really? Like, how long have you done them? I'll do them for like like last month, how much what'd you do? No, I didn't really diet last month. Interesting. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing. So like really quickly, I'm going to run you through what my funnel looks like. I've got a lot of other videos on this, but I can run you through, my funnel here, which is what I call my music social funnel. So again, top of the funnel, we've got ads. I've got a few different ones that I've tested, 7-second reels, some talking head where I'm not really looking at the camera, and then straight talking head. For me, straight talking heads always worked out the best. Those bring in followers on autopilot to my my Instagram. I've got 2 different Instagram accounts. I'm going to just be using the Lee Nathan Litvin account. Mostly that's my primary one. And then we've got the middle of funnel content, right? And so the middle of funnel content, what's cool is we've got different forms of content. I've got talking head, I've got text carousel, I've got B-rolls, I've got my music, I've also got YouTube content. And what's really cool is this video in particular, I wanted to show you. I got a client, 4.4K GBP, that's Great British Pound, that's over 6K USD. That video got 69 views. My YouTube gets me clients, but look how many views my YouTube videos get. This one popped off and got 235. Oh my gosh, popped off. That's what I call popping off in my world. Ooh, 627 views. Like, dude, my videos get no views. Most of my videos get less than 100 views. And they make me money. That's content right there. I also run what's called retargeting ads, which are really single image. These ads crank. Single image, niche call out, a goal call out, and then like the CTA. And these are retargeting ads are to people who've already engaged with me. So it's a smaller audience. I only need to spend $5-10 a day on these. Then we've got and then obviously there's social proof. These are 2 of my clients averaging 10K a month, Ange and Allie. We've then got the bottom of funnel, right? We DM people. We DM people, we book them in, and we qualify them. We book them in our calendar using Calendly. We get them on Zoom. We get money. These are stats from my first ever 20K month. I love using, and by the way, these are why did I have it in red here? Oh, that was from a different video. These are stats from my first ever 20K month. These are the exact stats, right? 23K. This is a good example. This isn't one of my best months nowadays, but like this was the first time I did 20K, which was November 2023. By the way, if you take a look, you see how it's blank right here, flatline. That was the first week of November because I was literally in the hospital. Crazy story. So right here, when I started making money, here to here was only a 3-week period. So it was 23.3K in 3 weeks. So actually, if we look at I wonder what I did in the first week of December 2023. I should look at that. But 23K, 2K followers, 2,900 in ad spend, which is an 8x ROAS. I got 6 clients, which means I only converted 0.3% of the people who followed me. How sick is that? How amazing is that? Think about that for a second. 2,000 followers. And by the way, I did have an appointment setter helping me at the time. But how amazing is that I only had to convert 0.3%? 99.7% didn't buy, still did 23K on an 8x ROAS. Liddy. So that's the way the funnel really works, and that's how it can work, right? So listen, you've watched this video, you've got a few options. Number one, you could do nothing. You could literally just get off this video and go about your life. Keep doom scrolling, keep watching more YouTube videos. Obviously, that hasn't worked out for you very well because you're still at this point in your career. But you could do that. The other one is go try and do it on your own. You could try to do it on your own. You could try and take my YouTube videos. You can go binge a bunch more of my videos if you want and go do it on your own. But like, why the fuck would you want to do that? You're a rich-minded person. You value time. You value time more than money. And so you're like, dude, I don't want to go do it on my own. Why would I do that when I could just hire someone who knows what they're talking about to help you build it? So this is your third option. Hire someone who knows what they're talking about to help you build it and get in the trenches. And that is where I can invite you to come book in a call with me. You can click the link in the description, book in a call with me. It's a strategy session. On the call, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, dive deep, see if I can even help you. I don't know if I can help you. I have no clue, bro. This is just me making a video here in my office. So I don't know you right now. I have no clue if we're going to be the right fit. But book in a call and see if we are the right fit. I'll ask you a ton of questions. And if everything makes sense, like if I'm 100% confident that I can help you, what I'll do on the call is I'm going to pretty much give you like a customized game plan based on where you're at. And then I'm going to show you how we can partner up together. And I'm going to build with you, not a coaching program. So it's not a do it yourself where you watch a video course. That's not what it is. It isn't a done with you coaching program. It's not. I'm going to explain how it's different. And it's not a done for you, which is like a full agency model. My program's a build with you. There's certain things that I'm going to do for you, such as make your offer, write your ad scripts, give you a sales framework, review sales calls, give you your DM template. Like I give you a ton of stuff, but you're going to also do it too. So we're going to do it together. Got it? So that's the first thing. But hey, dude, if it isn't the right fit for whatever reason, that is completely chill. I will just point you in a different direction. No worries. I don't care. I'm not one of those hard closers. Like if I get on a call with someone and it is not the right fit, fine. I don't care. I'm like, dude, whatever, go. It's no worries. Like this isn't the right fit. No problem. So anyways, hope you got value on the video. I'm really honored to be able to serve and support you in your journey, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.